Saka as well. But Kyle, can I have a quick word? We're live on Sky at the moment. We just talked to Harry. Who are you supporting? Much to say. Much to say? We'll move on then.
That was it. Bukayo Saka, public enemy number one. An arrogant little is what people are saying. Going in on him, tweet after tweet after tweet after tweet. Not one, not two, not three, but absolutely dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of people telling him to F off, saying that he's arrogant, that he's entitled, obliged to speak or not. Saka is an arrogant fool. This is from a reporter, Michael, who says, what an arrogant little tosser Saka was just then on Sky Sports F1. No wonder everyone outside of Arsenal thinks he's a prick. Saka has nothing to say, gets invited to F1, has a VIP access, and you're so arrogant you can't even spend 1 minute answering who you're supporting. Saka is being a little bit arrogant here. Again and again and again. Trolled. Absolutely trolled by... Put the wrong picture up there. Trolled by the football away days and everybody going in on this man. And for what? For what? Not wanting to give an opinion. One, I don't know how much he knows about F1. Don't know how comfortable he is talking about it. Some people like sports, but can't do punditry on it. Some like sports, but don't want to give an opinion. Some have friends that are maybe racing, or he knows multiple people and doesn't want to side with anybody. He also may not just want to make headlines for the mainstream media by who he supports, because, you know, they'll run with it. You know, they'll twist it. You know, they'll turn it. And he doesn't want to do it. But the level, and it is abuse, because this isn't criticism. Criticism would be, I really wish he'd have spoke there. I think he probably should have done, being in the VIP section. By the way, being in the VIP section doesn't mean you have to do the interviews. And they're very abrasive. They're very much in your face. They're not on a media tour. They're not on the red carpet where they know they're going to be asked questions by the media. They're there in their personal time. Yes, they're in the VIP area, but they're on their personal time. He doesn't have to answer questions. And it's not the first time. Multiple people haven't answered questions. And what I find really funny, right? I want to show you this. This happened yesterday as well.
6 weeks holiday now. Football today, come on. Huh? Don't talk about football today.
Right, we'll talk about F1 then. Tell me about some F1. Oh, hang on a minute. It's okay. I've been thrown.
Pep Guardiola there, just walking away. He was asked a football question. He said, I'm not talking football. He said, well, what about F1? And he just walks away. Now you'll say, Terry, that's fine. He'll get treated exactly the same way as Saka. So I searched it. I searched Pep arrogant, and I scrolled, 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 and I scrolled. And barring 2 or 3 posts from people being sarcastic, and you can see that one that I just went past there. We'll go back to it. Where is it at? We'll come to it there. Like, there was some sarcastic posts, Touchline Frackers, big up, who said, oh, is Pep arrogant then? Outside of that, no Liverpool fans, no Chelsea fans, no Arsenal fans. By the way, some Arsenal fans went at Saka as well yesterday. None of them mention Pep Guardiola and him refusing to do an interview. Turns out as well, I haven't seen the footage, that Palmer refused to do an interview as well. No one's clipped it up. No one's put it on the internet, but Palmer hasn't either. So why Bukayo Saka? Why, oh, why is Bukayo Saka, just like Ethan Nwaneri, just like Miles Lewis-Skelly, being attacked? Arrogant, bad behavior, a little this, entitled that. We all remember the picture of Lewis-Skelly, dressed up nice and smart, looking really happy on his first England call-up. He was called an arrogant prick. He was called an effing this, a seeing that. Typical this, typical that, usual suspect this. And do you know what always creeps in? And some of you go, Terry, don't you dare make this about race. I'm not making it about race. Not at all. Idiots like this Liverpool fan did. And before we go any further, I'm not saying this is representative of all Liverpool fans. Just nip that one in the bud. Condemn what this person does as an individual. He says, average black Londoner. No manners at all. If he wasn't good at football, he'd be a Black London stab victim statistic. Being called out for it, the man literally replied by saying, not racist, just factual. If he wasn't good at footy, he'd be running around London with a zombie knife attacking fellow blacks. So he came out and said. Now, it wasn't the only post that went from arrogant prick, the gateway that is the abuse. Not criticism, it's abuse. And I've spoken about this for years and years and years and years on the Football Terrace, that there's a difference between criticism and abuse. The problem is when abuse gets masked as criticism, is then you get these amoebas, these scumbags, these nasty pieces of excrement that creep in and make it about race. And then Saka has a whole day yesterday of his name being dragged through the mud. Undoubtedly, DMs and messages being sent to him, all because he did what most of the celebrities in the VIP section do, and that is turn down an interview. Now, I'm not denying, I'm not claiming that every single person who abused Saka abused him because he's a black man. I'm not saying that. A young, successful black man, some did. Some are doing it purely because he's an Arsenal player. They despise Arsenal when the fans online. So every opportunity they have a go at him or Lewis Skelly or Ethan Waneri. We've seen that. The media jump on it, and media outlets posted about this, all subsequently deleting it. Whenever they get the chance to go at an Arsenal player like this, and often a certain type of Arsenal player like this, they jump on it like a bitch in heat. They're on that. They are on it. Then you get some Arsenal fans, again, who don't like him, don't like Arteta, want him out the club. They jump on the abuse bandwagon as best they can. And they're in different categories, these people. I'm not amalgamating them all into one. But this is where real football fans that have a voice, and all of you do, you're in the comment section here, because I bet some of you simping for Arsenal, get Saka's this out your mouth, Terry's not going to sleep with you, Terry, you're only doing this for views. Cool, I am. I'm doing it to raise awareness. Football fans have got to get better at differentiating between criticism and abuse. Being frustrated and throwing pejoratives at individuals, because all it ends up in is situations like this, and it's a disgrace. If Saka is what he is, an arrogant X, Y, and Z, for not doing the interview, if it was all normal, just general standard criticism, where's Palmer's? Where's Pep Guardiola's? It's non-existent. It isn't happening. Let's not pretend like City and Pep don't have rival fans who dislike them, like people dislike Saka, like people dislike Arsenal. Let's not pretend Chelsea don't have rivals that don't like them. Why just Saka? Why? So I'm not saying everyone has the same motivation, but when it comes to a certain group of Arsenal players, the abuse is consistent. It is over the top. It is ridiculous. And I just think whether you've got a Twitter account, Insta, both, Facebook, YouTube, we should be calling this out. We should be calling fellow football fans out, whether you know them or not. This is absolutely disgusting. At every single level, the man is away with the England camp, preparing to play for us, our nation. And we talk about him and treat him like this. Absolutely vile. On every single level. Vile. And I'm always going to stand up for Saka in these circumstances, Mainu in these circumstances, Palmer in these circumstances, Pickford in these circumstances, because there's criticism that should happen for football players when they do wrong, when they do things badly. Yes, swear words will come out your mouth when you're angry during a game, straight after a football match. And that can touch upon the edge of abuse. But the abuse has got to stop. Do you know what it is for me? A lot of people like, you're a content creator, Terry. Yeah, I am. But does it have to be abusive? Is that the only way you can get your tweet seen? Is the only way you can get your content seen is to be abusive every step of the way? Always being nasty, always calling people names, always making up bullshit? Is that the only way you can get anybody to tune into what you're doing? Try a clickbait transfer video like I do. Try that. Why you got to abuse people? It's obviously sarcasm. Some will take it seriously, but they lack IQ. I'm calling this out. I don't care if you hate me calling it out. I'm not going to stop. I don't care if you unsubscribe. I'm not going to stop. This goes above and beyond rivalry, criticism, and the right to have free speech. I'm an advocate of free speech. But when you're calling someone names, pejoratives, and then talking about them in the way that last tweet showed you, that is above and beyond in my view. That is absolutely reprehensible. And this is the thing. You may have the freedom to say it, which is fine. But it should have consequences. Listen, everybody, hit the like and the share button, please. Make sure you're subscribing. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. God bless. And we'll see you all again soon. Peace.